It was very eventful in my neighborhood last night.
What happened?
Well, hang on a second. I have to play this for you. I just have to play. This happened in the neighborhood last night. This is, and you'll hear me talking in this video. I don't know. It was lights and sirens. Listen to this. Huh? This may look like a scene off of 911. Scary last night. But actually, when he comes by, you'll notice it's somebody who might be visiting your house on Christmas Eve. Did you hear that? What? Did you hear him? That was Santa Claus with the fire department coming through our neighborhood last night.
How did you guys pull those kinds of strings to get them in your neighborhood?
I don't have that kind of strings.
That's pretty awesome.
I have no tie to the North Pole. But that came through our neighborhood last night. It was pretty awesome.
That is pretty cool.
Sorry it didn't come through your neighborhood.
Yeah, nobody does.
No. Your boys are on the naughty list.
No, not this year. No, we worked so hard.
His morning crew.
Boy, the kids are getting out of school. How are you going to handle all the travel and vacation if there is one for you in 2020? 800-447-7234. I'm Rob along with Liz. It's His Morning Crew on his radio.
Yeah, we're just going to stay around the house this year. We've only really traveled as a family one time at Christmas, and we went to New York like 4 years ago, I think it was. Other than that, we are homebodies.
That's because you have family around here.
Yeah, exactly. Both sides of the family are here.
So I have a mother-in-law in Florida, and then my father-in-law and his wife, and then like brother-in-laws and sister-in-laws are all in Michigan. So we usually go to Michigan almost every year, not every single year, but almost every year. And because the kids get to see snow. And then, of course, they're with grandma and grandpa and all that other stuff. That's not happening.
Are you going to Zoom each other over the holiday, or what are you going to do?
They're not big Zoom people.
Yeah.
I've got to introduce them to that, but they're not big Zoom people. Dawn's here at 800-447-7234. Okay, travel and all that other stuff. How have you handled that throughout the years, Dawn? What do? You say you have some kind of tradition.
Before we even had kids, my husband and I would get an ornament every place we visited. So as a souvenir, we would just bring it home rather than have, stuffed animals and stuff you can't use. So we continued that with the kids. So now we have a whole separate tree of nothing but memories of places we've traveled.
What are some of those places you went to?
Curacao, Aruba, Turks and Caicos, Cayman Islands, places in Canada, Mexico.
You've gone to some pretty cool places.
Oh, yes, sir. I've been blessed.
Yeah, you have been to travel like that. And then an ornament in a tree dedicated just to all the travel ornaments is a neat tradition.
I aspire to be just like her.
Rob and Liz.
His Morning Crew.
So different, isn't it? I mean, kids getting ready to get out of virtual or e-learning school today. I know there's a lot of kids, maybe yours are like this, mine is, that don't have to go into the classroom today. It's all virtual today. And then when they're done, winter break, hello, yip.
Whoop, whoop. Oh, I remember winter break. It was so nice. But yeah, my son, my youngest that's still in high school, goes back January 4th. But we're not going anywhere. We're just hanging out at the house. But boy, I am going to live every moment to the fullest with those guys.
800-447-7234. So with the kids, with the winter break, what you've been doing, I think Darlene's a teacher. So what's up here, Darlene?
I work in a special needs classroom. And 10 days before we get out for Christmas break, we do 10 days of Christmas. And each of our kids get a little package every day at the end of the day up until Christmas break.
That's so cool, Darlene. What are some of the gifts that you put in there for the kids?
We do Christmas tree cakes. We do Christmas brownies, packs of gum and candy canes, little ornaments, just little small things that mean a lot to the kids.
You know what they're doing around in our neighborhood, Darlene, is they're doing this, you get elfed. And so it's a bag full of goodies and stuff. You get a knock at the door, and then, it's the doorbell and dash, you get out of there, so they don't know if you did it or not. So we were elfed 2 nights ago.
I love that. It's just that little surprise of somebody thought of me today, which it can be something small, but it means so, so much.
Rob and Liz.
His Morning Crew.
If you're looking for a new type of Oreo cookie, I got you covered now because they're coming out with the Brookie. The Brookio. I said it right. I had to phonetically sound it out like I was on the electric company back in the day. Brookie. Broochio. Remember the
What
words
is it?
came out of their mouth? Okay, so it is an Oreo, but it's 3 types of fillings all matched up together. So it will be cookie and a half brownie. So it's the brownie plus the traditional Oreo plus the cookie dough, and that makes your Broochio.
I mean, I don't think so. I just like a traditional Oreo. A double stuff I'm okay with. Other than that, they try all kinds of flavors all the time, and I'm just not a fan.
Well,
Are
I'm
you?
sorry. No, I can't eat the Oreos. I can't eat the cookies. I can't because, the hips don't lie, and I can't do that. It's just not good.
I try not to, but I just don't mess when you've got something perfect, why mess with it?
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. But it's coming out January. So if people like that kind of thing, there you go. Since Liz doesn't like it, she just has to avoid the aisle and she won't see it and be triggered.
You can have mine.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
I love golden doodles. I have a golden doodle. Her name is Charlie. But I think I'm in love with another doodle. His name is Josh, and he has an Instagram. He's called Josh the Doodle on Instagram.
Does Charlie know this? Have you clued Charlie in?
Charlie, she might be a little jealous, but she would be so happy to be able to play with Josh. She would get over it really, really quickly.
Oh, well, that'd be nice.
She is such a sweet girl, but Josh has some sort of condition that affects his motor skills. And so he's all over Instagram because of the way that he runs and the way that he plays. He can't control how he runs and plays, but it looks like he is just super excited about everything. So he was at a rescue in Arizona, and this married couple came in and they saw him and they're fostering him right now. So they are very active. They like to go hiking, and they put Josh in a backpack. When they go on a long walk, he has a wheelchair, but on those short walks, they just let him go. I am in love with Josh the Doodle. You have to watch him.
I will. Well, we'll have this on his radio replay coming up in just a bit. So you'll see that on Apple TV, Roku, and hisradio.com. Cutest dog ever when you see it.
Mornings with Rob and Liz.
If you've been very hopeful for snow on Christmas Day, well, I can tell you this. There'll be some type of precipitation on Christmas Eve. It's Rob and Liz, his morning crew on his radio. And it looks like, if I'm looking at this forecast right, because I'm looking at like a 10-day, we get rain along the coast everywhere except for western North Carolina, where it looks like Christmas Eve, there's a 50-50 shot of some snow.
Maybe we'll get like a really nice wind, and it'll bring some snow flurries to every part of the area, because I would love to have at least a snow flurry or two.
That's going to be some wind.
Just a real quick, like a Frosty the Snowman kind of a wind that comes
That'd
through.
be something else. Doesn't look like it's going to get so super cold a lot of places, because during the day it'll be in the 60s. So I'm just praying that there's snow on Christmas Day. I don't know why I'm selfish like that. I just kind of want that. I know we live in the South, but still.
I know. It's like the year without a Santa Claus. You remember that? And they had a bargain to get snow in Southtown. That's what I always... You don't know that claymation special?
No, I don't.
I'm Mr. Heat Miser.
Oh, I know that one. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay, sorry for the singing, but yeah.
Well,
So it's like-
it got me. I knew what you were talking about then. I can't even remember the snow thing in that movie or show.
There's Snow Miser and Heat Miser, but we could use some snow in Southtown. Maybe we'll take a trip, and go look for some snow.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
I don't know if you noticed, but there's so many reboots that are happening. It's ridiculous how many reboots are coming out with all these different TV shows. Night Court, for instance. Harry Anderson, who was played by Harry Stone, he passed away a couple of years ago. I didn't know that. But this was on NBC in, the 80s, Night Court?
I think so, yeah.
They're rebooting it. John Larroquette is not coming back, and it looks like this is going to be based off of Harry Stone's daughter. It'll be Abby Stone, who is going to be in the series, kind of doing the father's footsteps things as the judge in Night Court. So we'll see how that reboot goes.
Yeah, well, I'm excited. I literally, within the last 10 minutes, found out about another reboot. I'm so excited about it. Little House on the Prairie is coming back.
Wait.
I'm so excited.
Will it be with the original?
There will be, I think, Laura Ingalls, played by Melissa Gilbert, back in the day, is coming back.
Okay, good.
And then Nellie Olson, her arch nemesis, is also coming back to the show. She's now going to play Mrs. Olsen. And we all know, their dynamic with each other. I am so excited. I used to binge watch. Well, I can't say I used to binge watch. I used to watch it every week. And I binge watched Little House on the Prairie within the last couple of years. So I love it.
Yeah, we watch it every week.
Still?
Little House and the Waltons still. So I'm skeptical on how the reboot is going to be. I'm not a reboot fan, although I did like Hawaii Five-0 in this reboot. And
too.
Magnum P.I. is pretty okay. Whoever makes those shows, because they're the same producers, is pretty good. But Little House, I don't know. And I'm not
excited.
I'm not too super excited about Night Court, so we'll see how they go with that reboot.
All I know is if you don't have Pa Ingalls, I don't know how it can work.
His morning crew.
Cooper's just a little guy, but I think he's going to inspire you today. It's Rob and Liz, his morning crew on his radio.
Yeah, we heard from Cooper's mom, and she said Cooper heard us talking about giving and supporting his radio, and they listen, all the time. And Cooper spoke up and said, are we going to be able to give to his radio? And she said, it's really just not in the budget. And so he said, well, I'll give up my snacks. Now, Cooper's a little guy. He's in elementary school. He wanted to give up his snacks so that they could support his radio and the ministry that is done. And I just think that's incredible. If somebody that age, somebody that small can say, let's give up the snacks. I think it's very cool. It just warms my heart.
So you know what we did?
Yeah.
We sent Cooper some snacks because he gave up his own snacks. That's quite remarkable. Really remarkable.
He's got to have his Doritos.
Hey, just like Cooper, would you give a year-end gift to his radio? See, we're wrapping up this year, and 2020, the way it's been, listener support has been amazing. We've been falling behind on business support. So as we're wrapping up this year, you're going to help make a difference because his radio is listener supported. It's a 501c3, which means your gift is tax deductible. And since you're thinking about giving a year-end gift somewhere at the end of the year, this is a great place to do that because here's a place that's going to make a difference in lives because of you being involved in it.
His morning crew.
Sounds like it would have been a good, sweet gig for you if you would have won this. It's Rob and Liz, his morning crew on his radio. So they did this one contest, and somebody is having the opportunity starting today to be paid $1,000 to watch road trip movies.
Like what? What would be considered one of those movies?
Vacation. National Lampoon's Vacation. Because they traveled on that vacation. Planes, trains, and automobiles. They traveled there. Dumb and Dumber, Little Miss Sunshine. So these are movies where people are traveling in the movie. And so there's 8 of them, I think? Close to 8 of them. And so, or more than that, it's probably 18 of them. Anyway, they watch all of these movies and then get paid $1,000. That's like, wow. And then I started thinking, wow, some of these movies I haven't seen in a while. I don't know if I'd watch National Lampoon's Vacation now because that's in the summer and we just got to Christmas here.
Right. And I like the edited version of that one. But yeah, I would rather watch Christmas Vacation. I don't know, road trip movie. I can think of Rain Man because Dustin Hoffman and Tom Cruise take a long road trip. I can't remember where they go, but maybe Vegas or something like that. But I like that one as a road trip.
Smokey and the Bandit's one of them too.
Oh, wow. Now that's high energy road trip right there.
I know. What a throwback. That was 70s or something like that, right?
Yeah. $1,000 to watch movies. Yes, please. And thank you.
Mornings with Rob and Liz.
One time you may have tried one and you put it in your mouth and you went, this is disgusting. Sorry.
Oh, gosh.
That's how I react when I put something gross in my mouth. Horrible candy, spoiled milk, anything. It's Rob and Liz, his morning crew on his radio.
Somebody came up with the worst Christmas candy list
Somebody
of
was
all time.
bored.
Yeah, exactly. But it's interesting to find out what we think is the worst candy, and yet they still make them like chocolate-covered cherries. Or chocolate-covered cordials, as they call them.
Cordials?
Yeah. I don't know why they call them cordials. I have no idea. I just call them chocolate-covered cherries. But they can't be all that bad. My daughter and husband ask for them every year. So I don't know.
A cordial?
A cordial.
They call it a cordial? Just simplify. Please simplify. I saw that the Christmas tree nugget. What is that?
Nougat.
Nougat. Well, still,
And they're-
what is that?
It's disgusting. That would be one of those things that you would spit in the trash can, if you ask me. Like they stick to your teeth, they pull your fillings out, and if they are old, oh, it's terrible. Yeah. Something else on there was the chocolate oranges. I like those.
I never even heard of that. Why do you dip orange in chocolate? That's
It's
gross.
like orange. No, it's orange flavored chocolate, and when you get it, it's kind of all together, and you smack it on the counter, and then it sections out like an orange. So it's fun and delicious.
You smack it on the counter.
You do.
But did you just say that's fun and delicious?
Yes.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
I don't know if you've ever done a dance off with your kids, but this young lady has.
Yeah, Candace Cameron Bure. You know her from, she's Kirk Cameron's sister, from Full House, the Hallmark movies. But yeah, evidently, she's got some moves. Her daughter, Natasha, has been teaching her some dance moves, and they've been doing it on TikTok. There's a song called What You Know About Love. I have not heard this song. I don't know anything about it, but evidently there's a whole dance routine to it. And so, Candace posted like the dance lessons that Natasha put her through. They were hilarious because she couldn't get it right away. Obviously, you know, she's learning the dance. So they made fun of each other. And then they finally posted one where Candace had it. She's good.
Not only that, but they look like sisters. I mean,
I did not know who was who when I first saw it.
Candace is really, she's youthful. She's in her 40s, but she's so youthful looking. It's absolutely amazing. And her daughter looks just like her. Absolutely
Really
just like her. They have the glasses on.
Yes, and they have their hair pulled back kind of very similarly. So it would be very difficult for you to see who's who. But Candace does a great job, taking care of herself and really making time for her kids.
Very, very talented young lady. When I went and visited with her in New York, when she was interviewing for being on The View full time.
Oh, right.
Took this selfie with her. We had, I can't tell you how many takes. She wanted to do a selfie. No, I don't look good this way. I don't look good this way. We finally came out with this picture, and it looked pretty good.
Well, listen, women have the first right of refusal in any selfie. Just know that going forward.
Yeah, I know it. So I learned the hard way. I thought this one looked good because I look good in it. But no, that's not the way it goes.